Remember, nobody's right when everybody's wrong. Alright, so our stage 2, this is the jungle ambush. Apparently the LERP team that I was with didn't set up a good perimeter because they're in the wire. Procedure, shooter starts in start box, rifle loaded with magazine of 10 rounds on safe. Your pistol is optional. You may load and holster if desired. At buzzer, shooter will engage and neutralize all paper targets while moving to the finish box, which is 3 bays away. Shooter will neutralize the steel target in the finish box with 2 hits to complete the stage. Shooter may not reload their rifle until it runs dry. There's no proactive reloads. When the rifle runs dry, it is at your point you may choose to transition to your pistol. If you decide to transition to your pistol, you will place the rifle on the ground, point to safely downrange, and go to your pistol, and you will finish the rest of the stage with your pistol. Shooter's option. Standard scoring on paper, anything less than 2 hits on static skill is scored as a miss, and this stuff is close and fast.
Hey, you go to war with the claymores you have, not the claymores you want.
Got it, bro. Oh, man. Ready?
Yeah, there's shit I got practice. As soon as I start running away, I'm like,
Hey,
it's just like fun with that.
Hey. Hit! Hit! You got it. Nicely done.
As soon as I start running away, I'm like,
hey,
it's just like fun.
Got it, bro. Hit! Hit! You got it.
So, you know, we're slowly making our way south of Hanoi, trying to get back to home base. We have to camp one night, and the LERPers set out the claymores, and he set there was an NVA and VC combined group coming into the camp.
Okay, not
The
good.
guy tried to trigger the claymore, damn thing didn't go off.
You know, claymores are built by the lowest bidder.
Bit by the lowest bidder, and so we landed up in a jungle ambush close range fight.
Very close.
I'm not designed for this stuff. I mean, I don't even have guns on my plane. Why do I have this? Anyways, how'd it go?
Could have gone better.
Okay.
We both ran it pretty fast.
Yes.
I'm reasonably happy with my raw time. What I'm kicking myself over is I did not think about height over bore until I reloaded.
And that's pretty high.
It's like a foot off the bore.
And you were using the quick point?
I was using the quick point.
Or single point?
Or single point, sorry. Yeah. And I like it. It worked well. The problem was I was lining that dot up right in the center of the target. And so the first 5 paper targets, I'm pretty sure were all -1 penalties.
And you should have been aiming up in the throat.
Exactly. I should have been aiming at this level.
At that distance, that bore oversight.
Exactly. Now, when I reloaded, it occurred to me and I went, oh. And so I think my second batch of targets were a little better. But for the first time actually using this, I like it. I think it was definitely faster for me than iron sight would have been. It's not a precision sight, but I think at that kind of range, it actually works pretty well.
So what was your time?
My time was 37 plus a grand total of 13 seconds in penalties. Which is,
So I went up there with Mr. SP1 here.
Yep.
And I don't know if I saw sights. I just shot fast. Just kind of went for speed over anything.
Yep.
And blazed through it, got to the end. It was 30-second raw time. And I had 8 -1s.
Right.
So that puts me at 38 aggregate. Yep. So kind of beat you on that
To
one.
my 50.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
We're actually staying remarkably close.
This match, we are really kind of on top of one another. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm having a great time shooting this gun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It is proving reliable so far. When we zeroed it before the match, I was using, literal lowest bidder 2 Lambo, and I had a couple of issues with 2 Lambo in this. Now, that being the first time I'd actually shot it, so combination of breaking the gun in plus really crappy ammo. So here at the match, I decided to pull out some Wolf Gold instead.
Whoa! Money bags!
Interestingly, with the brass case ammo, I haven't noticed it hitting me in the chin.
Oh,
Maybe it still is, and I'm just not noticing it. But I think it's actually changed the ejection pattern just a little bit.
Timers do a lot of things. Power of the ammo will change the ejection pattern. All sorts of things apply to that.
Just the difference in how much the brass expands versus the steel affects how quickly it extracts, which could change the dynamic of where exactly it goes. But all that being said, I'm really having a lot of fun with this gun.
One thing I would say is that, I'm used to shooting a lot of modern, like matched up or modern AR-15 variants with rails and weights and different triggers and all sorts of crap on the gun. There's something to be said about a 6.5-pound polymer aluminum gun. It handles really well.
Yeah, it does.
They were on to something, and then we kind of went a different path again.
It's interesting. Development of everything ever in an engineering field, everything gets heavy. Always, over time.
But if you haven't had the opportunity to shoot one of these early ARs in this lightweight configuration, I would say go for it. You might find out how awesome it actually really was.
Yeah.
Or is.
Now, I am sure that you've had a bunch of issues so far because you don't have that forward assist. How many problems?
Oddly, the lack of a forward assist, the lack of a brass deflector, and the lack of rails or a cage around my magazine ejector or release button has not caused me any issues.
Really?
And strangely, I'm still able to hit targets without that little bump on the pistol grip.
Wow.
So I'm not sure how that works.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, I must be beating you entirely because of my magazines.
Oh! Jeez. Yeah, well, that's
cheating. This is, gamer.
That's definitive right there. Cool. Well, we got 1 stage left.
No, we got 2 stages left.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got 2 left.
Next one's a really cool little one.
Cool, you're right. Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's get to it.